Hi everyone, it's Cliff here for YC Test Drive. Thank you so much for those that are following YC Test Drive YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. What do we have here today? Ladies and gentlemen, we have the 2025 Toyota Hilux, the GR Sport. And I'm so lucky to find myself in the right place to do this video because right now I'm in Kurenkuru. In here, we have a 2.8 turbo diesel engine producing 165 kilowatts. That's 500 Newton meter of torque. So this, ladies and gentlemen, it's 15 kilowatts more than the normal Toyota. It has 50 Newton meter of torque more than any other Toyota pickup. Look at the face of it with this kind of M grille sort of. And this radar detection, radar driving, this part of the driving experience. Anyway, I'll tell you more about that. Look at the body kit on this car. Look at that metal engine guard right below them. The black accent everywhere. This makes it look like a pit bull. Makes it look mean. In fact, I like the fact that it has a 17-inch rim because then you have a lot of chunk of the tire itself for off-road. Perfect for off-roading. All the black accent on the mirrors, black accent, and that Hilux, the GR Sport right there, the side skirt. In fact, red, to be honest, is not my favorite color, but I've never seen red looking so good on a car like it looks on here. This is the first red car that I can say I really like red. The combination of red and black makes it really look good. Look at these, even the rear bumper that it exceeds, it really makes it look much bulkier. This, ladies and gentlemen, is made to cut through the gravel roads. And that's why this is actually the perfect place where I want to drive it on gravel road. Because let me show you the suspension. This is proper upgraded suspension for the GR Sport. Look at that. It's made to race on rally race. It's the Gazoo racing. The suspension, it's even in red color. With all your roll bar here and your shark fin right on top there. And your tailgate, really soft, easy tailgate, very light. Loading box cover. If you open here and you can just easily just pull it up. There's a thing that you pull right underneath here. As soon as you pull that one, you flip it like that. It's really, really quite easy, and then you can just easily untuck it right there, just like that. Easy, easy peasy. Even just putting it back, all you just have to do, because you don't have to pull it all the way, you just pull it all the way up to here. All you have to do is just to do that. Just make sure that both sides, you just push it right through in there. Very, very easy. And then all you do, you just need to bring this one in here and then just easily tuck it in right there. I think it will be really good to put the metal one, the one that is the thing about this one is that if you have valuable here at the back, someone can tear it through with a knife or something. So I'm sure the owners might have to change it and put the one that you lock up, the one that is much safer. But all in all, look at the tail lights. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is a good looking car. Let me go around it and just appreciate the ingenuity of the Japanese. Look at that. With your LED day running lights and these nice fog lights, this car actually, driving it in the night, it's like daylight. I'll show you some of the videos driving it in the night on how the lights look like. You have a 360 camera right here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is claimed to do 80 liters per 100 kilometers. With an 8-liter tank, this can give me easily, I can do 750 to 800 if I'm driving on a long road, cruise control, because cruising here. In fact, I'm so lucky because before I did this review, I had a chance to drive this car for at least over 1,300 kilometers. So that's a good experience driving this car. Let me show you a little bit inside. It's a little bit rust, just like me, how I look like, because we are in this kind of roads. So don't worry about the dust. In here, ladies and gentlemen, you have this leather and the Alcantara combination of seats. with all your electronic seat adjustment as well. So look at the door panel, the trims on the door panels. This carbon fiber, this material for your armrest, really nice and soft. You have nice door bins right there. In fact, look at how this car looks. Someone actually might say it has quite a lot of plastic, but Toyota lovers will tell you that's the definition of durability. Let me show you. Let me just quickly get inside. In here, you will see that you have that red stripe right on the center and your GR badge right here. You have your multi-function steering wheel and your paddle shifts. The infotainment system, it might look outdated, but I like this finishing here. You have these red seat belts with your GR badge everywhere, even on the seats. Don't worry about the dust and the dirt. Here you have your infotainment system, easy, outdated Toyota infotainment system, but here the JBL sound system in here is very good, ladies and gentlemen. I think, if I'm not mistaken, let me just count the speakers that are in here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in front, and at the back, I think there are 2 more, but it sounds like it is a subwoofer at the back. I just have to make sure. With your storage here, you have the upper, you can store things from the top. You can also store things from the bottom as well. You have the alloy paddles in here. This you will see when we drive it on gravel road or off-road. Immediately when you hit any road that is not tar road, I'll always want to put it in 4 high. Stabilizes it. You have your rear differential lock as well. You have your traction control, which you have to hold in for a few seconds, I think, to disengage. You have descent assist control as well here. USB here, you have your 12 volt there and here as well. So that's really good. You have 2 driving modes. You have the eco mode, which I guess that's economic mode. You have the PWR mode, which I also think that's the power mode. If you want to get some more power, just in case you don't know what it means, GR is Gazoo racing. This armrest, you have a AC 200 volts and 100 watts, so you can connect your computer here. Look at that. You see, one thing I like about Toyota is the fact that you have these cup holders where you can put a drink here. It really cools off your drink. With your cruise control here, I'll show you how the cruise control, adaptive cruise control, works here. You have this black roof lining. Look at how that looks like. For an off-road car, you need black roof lining because otherwise it will get very dirty. So the black roof lining is the way to go for an off-road car. And these rubber mats, these are the rubber mats that you will need for an off-road car. All right. So here at the back, let's see the comfort that one would get if you were to sit at the back and the legroom here at the back. Of course, here where there's a laptop, I have a laptop here at the back. You have nice pockets, the way you can store things. You have these hooks where you can hook up things here at the back. The legroom at the back, look at that. My legs are pushing right in the back seat. But the fact that I'm able to push my legs, my feet under the front seat, that's very good. You have your armrest right here, nicely, with your 2 cup holders and your seat belts right here. Unfortunately, with this one, you do not have the air vents at the back here. Look at how short I look like just standing next to this car. That's how massive this car really looks like. With these all-terrain tires, the BF Goodrich, it will be unfair to make a review of this car in the city because it's really not meant for that. You can use it in the city, which I think the fuel consumption will be a little bit more compared to when you are driving it on gravel road or when you're driving it for long distances. So today I have an opportunity to drive this car on the gravel. Look at the goats. We are in Kurenkuru, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to drive this car. I want to take it on sand roads. Before we talk about this, I will have quite a lot of videos with this car. I'm looking forward to it. We want to also take it in muddy area in the Zambezi region and see how it will perform in the mud terrains. Oh yeah, by the way, Toyota still has that window. You see that small window? The one that you open there to have access to the back. That in itself, let's say if you have the canopy here, people at the village, we can open there and people at the back here, if there was a canopy, they feel like they're also part of the people that are sitting in front. That in itself, ladies and gentlemen, I like that. Toyota still left that. See this small window here? This small window. This is a very important window. I don't know why other Bakis, they do not have this window like an Amarok.
The Gazoo Racing, the GR Sport, the big daddy of all Toyota Hilux Bakis. Even though the Hilux V6 has 175 kilowatts, this has 550 Newton meter of torque. That's 175 more torque than the V6. With 286 millimeter of ground clearance, with a GR Sport suspension tuned for off-roading, this, ladies and gentlemen, has a 6-speed auto transmission with a wide body featuring increased track width. This beast will cost you over $1 million Namibian dollars, and this has over 1,500 liters of cargo space. Ladies and gentlemen, this is different from any other Hilux you've ever seen.
So driving this car on tar road like this, it feels, the suspension feels a little bit hard actually. But I think it's not made for this kind of road. That's why it feels this way. I feel solid, but it's still okay. I think for long distance, I drove it from Katima all the way to Windhoek. That's 1,220 kilometers. It felt good because it was loaded and it was a bit heavy. So it was very stable. With the adaptive cruise control set, you can actually adjust in terms of the distance that you want to keep from here. Overtaking here. If you hear that beeping sound, it's just a lane assist. Usually it warns me, it's fighting, you see. It's fighting me not to want to go to the other lane. It's the lane assist. So usually lane assist is not my favorite. I will disengage lane assist. Right now, I just have adaptive cruise control. So I can adjust the length if I want to keep this close or if I want to keep that low, that fast. So you have 3 stages that you can keep the car. So here, ladies and gentlemen, it's not driving anymore. It's just monitoring what's happening. The car will brake for you. The car will accelerate for you. Like right now, the car that is driving in front of us, I will keep this speed. If that car accelerates, this car will automatically accelerate as well. That's how easy it is nowadays to driving this car. Because I've set my speed higher than the normal speed limit. That means if that car was to accelerate, I'll also accelerate. This JBL sound system in here, ladies and gentlemen, it's very good. Good radio. It's just that I cannot play music because of copyrights. I'm not going to play music. You know, just cruising 120 with this car is just easy and it's comfortable. You feel much higher because of that height. And the tires is really good. People have always said Toyota is not prioritizing on safety. I think here, with the Gazoo Racing, I think they've prioritized safety. You see, it's pushing me. Right now, I'm trying, if I do this, trying to go to this lane, it just refuses. It pushes me by itself.
Especially when you are not indicating.
So here, it's an irrigation farm on these are some irrigation scheme on the right side, between Kurenkuru and Rundu. I think really driving on tar road, it's easier with this car as well, especially for long distances. I'm not sure about town, but for long distances, the consumption is, as I said, it's 8 liters per 100 kilometer. So that's very good for a pickup.
This 2.8 turbo diesel engine offers a brisk acceleration and a strong highway performance, feeling notably punchier than a regular Hilux model. Overtaking and merging are effortless. All-terrain tires and increased ground clearance means extra noise at highway speed, but the cabin insulation remains decent for a pickup.
Okay, going gravel roads or off-roads, best is always putting it in the, just to make sure that traction control off. Where is that? Right at the bottom there. Traction control is off because you can see the right there. So let's see, because now we're going in thick sand. So let's see how we manage.
This 165 kilowatts turbo diesel engine roars in these sandy roads. Off the tarmac, the GR Sports excels. the GR-tuned suspension, the increased 286mm ground clearance, and the approach angle of up to 30 degrees contributes to exceptional off-road pros. It confidently handles the loose gravel roads and the dirty roads, with plenty of torque and excellent traction control. This pickup has so much composure and ridiculously capable on tough terrains. The GR Sport Hilux offers a confident and adventurous personality, eager to tackle demanding off-road journeys. While not as luxurious as some of its rivals inside, its combination of unshakable reliability, upgraded performance, and genius off-road talent makes it outstanding all around for Namibian drivers who values both power and ruggedness. After driving this beast for a while now, I believe that the 2025 Toyota Hilux GR Sport isn't just about muscle and style. It delivers a rewarding, trustworthy drive, especially when venturing off-road driving. Despite sporty upgrades, the GR Sport still offers a practical double cab payload and towing ability. If you are most familiar with the standard Toyota Hilux model, the GR Sport adds tangible performance, drive enjoyment, tech, and rugged style beyond the badge. After driving it for a while now, the only petty complaint I have about this car is that the ride is firmer when unloaded compared to the standard Hilux. So far, I'm impressed. The Hilux GR Sport is the most accomplished off-road Hilux in the lineup, combining sportier hardware with true go-anywhere upgrades. If your priorities include tackling harsh, remote terrains with confidence and reliability, it stands out as a performer among bakkies in Namibia. From my experience so far, I realized that this 550 Nm of torque delivers a strong and low-end torque, which is essential for maintaining momentum in deep sand like this, especially when one is negotiating in loose and powdery tracks. When it comes to suspension so far, it seems like the widened stance and a sport-tuned motor tube dampers increase stability, which feels like it prevents the bakkie from bogging down or tipping on an angled sandy path. It feels more planted and floats over soft surfaces like this better than a standard Hilux. Even though we did not deflate our tires for tire pressure from the beginning of our trip, this car feels like it's not struggling. Momentum is the key, especially when one hits deep sand. Driver skill can be even more important than the raw power. I should say this car is exceptional, suited for these sand tracks in the Kavango region. As we continue on this sandy track, the corrugation here makes the car rattle. It's really quite punishing, like this car has never felt before. The car ahead seems to be going in the same direction as us. They are doing their own job and don't mind them. For us, we have someone leading the way, which is good for us not to get lost.
Okay, so this is where we split. This is the... What is this? With the power line. Looks like a church. No, it's a school. Looks like a school.
That's why they were saying there are lots of schools to benefit.
It now seems like this sand track is becoming narrow and narrow. One has to be wiggling between these bush and shrubs. Keeping the momentum is the key, as we said. It's better here because we are following these power lines.
This is where thick sand. car is really shaking left, right, center, and everything. So
The track is still getting much narrower, whipping the car left and right.
in tight spaces, we have to fold the mirrors. That's one good thing. I was just pressing a button, everything just the Brahman mirrors, this ears comes next to the body. You save your mirrors from branches and trees in these tight spaces. So the suspension really is made for this. I can imagine if you had this car loaded, it would be really also nice and softer even. Now it's still new, suspensions are still solid. Oh, sound is that? Very tight spaces. Oh. The sound of okay, these are the tracks. The sound of branches scratching the body of the car is so painful. It's like cutting through my heart.
Especially those ones that are making squeak. Those ones they go deeper.
You know it went deeper if it makes that noise.
I'm telling you, you feel it even you.
As the sun sets in a Kavango, in the sand. Oh, the sky is so wide, so one has to really be careful with these tight spaces. Made it.
Oh yeah, I didn't mention it. I have a few people that are sitting with me at the moment, also enjoying the experience of this GR sport, the comfort, and the going through these bushes. They are on their own mission. Don't mind them. I'm on my own mission. The distance is longer than we expected. We initially thought this was going to be 18 kilometers. So far, we've been driving for more than 30 kilometers and still going, and the sun is setting. The road becomes tighter. The shrubs everywhere, left, right. At least we come out on the opening. A breathe for the car. As the sun sets, we approach a certain area where there is a school. This is Kavango West region, and this school is called Erago, and we arrive later in the afternoon. If there's anyone from here, please give me a comment below or a thumbs up, like, comment and share.
Just to confirm to myself that this was wider. See that Hilux that is there? Well, so what I did, I counted with my steps, counting here we got 7. There it was 5. So 2 feet, like you see how my feet are. So 2 of that space, that's the difference between that one and that one. It's just impressive. It's impressive.
After the school, it seems like we are running against time. The sun is setting. This is the area where you wouldn't want to find yourself driving in the darkness. Our aim here is to join the main road between Grootfontein and Rundu. We should be joining round about halfway between Rundu and Brulani. And I'm trying to keep up with the car leading in front. The car seems to be going in our direction.
Patient. Don't even move.
So much time.
They don't even move.
This area seems to be lushy. The shrubs quite close to this track, and you can see the need of people having a road in this area. And we kept going and going.
One thing about this car, brings in the off-road the sensors immediately if you are at a certain speed. I like keeping it on auto because it will always activate the cameras when needed. Ooh, that was a pole that is in the road. Piece of log. I don't think there's a road where we are going.
Is he lost?
It seems like he's lost because here where we are, it doesn't looks like place where
just
people
come here to get firewood.
come fire. Yeah, this is where people get firewood.
Okay, their lights are behind us.
Can you see them?
Oh no, sorry, it's these lights.
These lights. Are they following us?
We somehow got lost as it was getting dark, but somehow we got our way out. And something that was surprising us was the fact that we could not see any kind of animals and birds within this area. It looks so lushy, and it seems like animals would thrive in here. But it was quite puzzling why there were not much of animals, rabbits, or any other nature.
Just driving
Yeah.
here.
And comfortable cars, aircon and everything.
With us, it's only half day, not even half day. But already we are complaining. How about them who have been here? Yeah.
We just got to realize how tough it is for people that lives here. And we are discussing on how the challenges of driving in these kind of roads. It has taken us quite a lot of drive for around about 50 kilometers, almost the whole day.
There's Gazoo. Gazoo racing. Thank you so much for following YC Test Drive up to the end of this trip. It was a fun trip driving off-road, but we still have a lot of videos with this car. We'll do a lot of videos, especially at the village, in muddy areas. This was more of sandy, not gravel, not mud. It was just more of sandy. Thank you so much for those that are following us. Let me know, by the way, in the comment below what kind of videos would you want to see me doing again. What kind of car would you want me to make a video of? See you in my next video. Goodbye. Okay, here the turn off Marulani and Rundu. I think from here to Rundu is about 50 or 60. Let's see how far it is. Okay.